Hey guys, it's Kyle, and when I was little, Halo was the game, and I played it constantly. But Halo wasn't just a game, because three dudes in a spare bedroom in Texas who called themselves Rooster Teeth used Halo to tell their own stories. They made a web show in a freaking video game, and as a kid, that was pretty much the coolest thing ever. Today, I want to tell you how their show Red vs. Blue and the art form known as Machinima inspired me to start making my own videos. That word machinima is kind of weird and confusing, and you might not have heard of it before. It's not a very normal word. I'm not talking about the big company. I'm talking about the technical art form. Machinima means machine cinema, or simply put, it's a movie made within a video game. Red vs. Blue wasn't the first machinima. Machinimas in Quake and stuff way back. But Red vs. Blue is commonly regarded as the best machinima. And I could talk about Rooster Teeth and Red vs. Blue for days, but right now, I'm just gonna talk about the part that really spoke to me as a kid. Making art with a video game. Making a show in a video game isn't an easy thing to do. It requires a lot of work, especially in an old console game like Halo 1. There wasn't a camera mode. There wasn't a map making mode. You couldn't even remove the heads-up display. It wasn't designed to make movies because it's a first-person shooter. There was no easy way to do any of the things that Rooster Teeth did with Red vs. Blue, but they did them anyway. If you want a good example of what they're doing, just look at the opening shot of the show.
Yeah.
I mean, that looks pretty straightforward, right? It's just a simple craning shot. Wrong! The camera is a player. There's no character tall enough that can smoothly pan up from the bottom of the base to the top of the base. So they basically had to come up with a way to invent a crane rig in Halo. What they used was a tank. So to get that shot, they have a character standing on a tank, and then another character in that tank moving the tank's cannon upward so that the player will move upward smoothly. Of course, you have two other players in the game who are the actors in the show. They have three people controlling all of these movements. It gets more complicated when you think about the technical limitations of the game. For instance, rather than putting all four players on one console and then cropping down one of the squares and recording that, they achieved a higher quality by setting up two TVs, two consoles, two copies of Halo, and 4 controllers. These two consoles were linked together so that all 4 players could be in the same Halo match. This basically allowed one Xbox to work as a camera, showing gameplay footage of a Halo match, but without the clutter from every character's screen. But it's a lot of work just to get one simple craning shot. What really inspired me as a kid to get into videos, and particularly complicated video editing, is the technical aspect of shows like this. The amount of workarounds that they had to go through, and I was aware of them because I played the game. It was just so cool to see how they created a story around all these limitations within a game. And with the advent of Halo 3, a lot of those limitations just went away. In Halo 3, there is a theater mode. It's a literal recreation of actual gameplay that happened, like second to second. To make a panning shot like that in Halo 3 would be a piece of cake. All you need is 2 controllers. You just simply act out the scene, then you back out of the game, go down to 1 controller, go into the theater mode, and record it with the free camera setting. It's very easy.
Man, this is a pretty cool test shot.
I disagree. He's copying Red vs. Blue.
Everyone was copying Red vs. Blue. Halo 3's theater mode made Machinima so accessible. It was all over the place. There was Spriggs, Phil, Pre-Game Lobby, there was anything by John Graham. There were so many Machinimas. Even I made a Halo 3 Machinima. I don't have it anymore, and it was probably stupid. I was about 13 and I used a little red Dazzle capture card to film it on. But regardless, Red vs. Blue, and to a lesser extent other Machinima, is a huge well of inspiration for me even to this day. And this whole thing has got me thinking, why don't I just make my own again? So grab a bag of Doritos and a can of Cherry Coke and turn on the Xbox. Man, I'm stoked. I've always wanted to do a Halo Machinima, and that's not the only thing I'm doing. I'm filming a video, so yeah, I got, but anyway, this isn't just another nostalgic video essay. This is the beginning of a mini-series explaining how to make your own Machinimas. When I watch Red vs. Blue, the only thing I want is for behind-the-scenes explanation of how they do that awesome stuff they do. How is Carolina on a Halo 2 map? I mean, like, how? So in the process of making my Machinima, I'm gonna show you guys how to make one. I'm older now, and I'm wiser, and I can make a Machinima that isn't completely garbage. The first episode will be about pre-production. I'm already in the middle of working on the pre-production for this series. I hope you guys enjoy it, and I hope you guys like my YouTube channel. If you do, I hope you think about subscribing. And I also hope that you might consider donating to my Patreon. That would go a huge way to helping me make an awesome machinima and helping me make awesome videos in general. Since I don't currently have any patrons, I'm just gonna go ahead and shout out everyone who commented on the last couple of videos. Thank you guys for a whole lot of support with my last video. It was an important video to me. See you next time. Bye, McCordians.